All right. All right. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Getting some writing in. Who's texting me? What's up with the texting things? So I have a few sentences left to finish this chapter in this book I'm co-writing. Then I have a short story that I just started today for an anthology that I'm going to play around with a little bit. I'm not sure how long that's going to be. Then I got a couple other things I can also jump into if I feel like it, if I'm not getting hungry. I need to eat some dinner tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we got the chat going. I'm going to get some words in. And if nobody comes and joins me, that's fine. I'm good with that. I mean, it'll break my heart a little bit. But otherwise, I've only done this one other time, and I want to thank everybody who watched that after the fact. I want to thank the people who jumped in on the chat. That was a lot of fun, but also the people who watched after the fact. So that was pretty neat as well. So, goodness, these glasses are a mess. I ordered new glasses. I went to the eye doctor the other day. New glasses. They look exactly like these, so you won't even. I'm not even going to tell you what day I get the new glasses in. You're just going to have to guess. All right. Chapter done. Set up the next chapter for my co-author, Tom. All good, all good. We'll probably also be on tomorrow, Tuesday, July of the 1st, about, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then I'm going to be interviewed on a podcast at 2 o'clock, so I got to be done by then. All right, let's jump over to this one. I'm drinking Sprite Chill. Chill. So I'm writing this short story. It's for an anthology. And I have one of two ways I can do this. I can do 100 to 1,500 words, and they call that flash fiction. Or I can do 1,500 to 7,000 words, and they call that short story. But I don't know where this story is going. I'm a total pantser. So I got an idea in my head that matched the theme, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna run with it, and I'm gonna see where I end up. If I feel I don't want to drag it to make it like, oh, I gotta write, X number of words. The bad thing here would be to get around 1,500 words, because at that point it's like, do you keep going and go just jump a little bit over the flash fiction? Would they consider flash fiction, or do I try to shut it down before that? I've only had 364 words now, so this is kind of page one setup, kind of thing. If you do come on either live or after the fact, I would appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe. Let me know, because I will subscribe right back. And I'm not one of these people that subscribes and then unsubscribes quickly. That is more than annoying. That's annoying. I get annoyed. Like, subscribe. What? I don't know why you can't subscribe. And stay subscribed. Check out my stuff. I'll check out your stuff. That's how life works. Hmm. I get exactly 500 words. Exactly. I'm going to jump into something else. Basically, just kind of roam around. I use Google Docs. So 150%. Sometimes they annoy me. They go back down to 100, and then there's no word count, and then just a whole nightmare. Great to see a writer at work, and that's an awesome room you have set up there. Buccaneer Blue, thank you very much. Yep, this is my office. You can see part of it. Yeah, I have a whole wall of Marvel comics. I'm a Marvel comic fan, not the movies, the actual comic books. And then all my crap behind me. I got a whole wall of Funko Pops, Conan the Barbarian stuff. I got a lot of stuff. My wife says I have too much stuff in my office, but it is all motivational. I hope. I hope it motivates me. Are you a writer? Always important to challenge yourself with power, motivation, and inspiration. Yes, I'm a writer. Currently, I write mostly personal essays. I'm outlining some kids' books as well. Very cool. Good luck with it. This is I am writing the sixth book in my Down and Dirty series, sixth and final book. But I have I write crime thrillers and I write horror books, mostly crime thrillers now. And I have close to 200 releases in my 30-year career doing this garbage. Better than getting a real job. And if you're not subscribed, you're not following me here, please do so, and I will do the same once I'm done here. Always looking for other writers to follow, subscribe to, and all that. Trying to build up my obviously trying to get paid like everybody else. Trying to get my number up. I'm at like 250 something followers, so I need more. 200. That's how long have been. This will be my 14th year able to write for a living. So this is pretty much 7 days a week, and I write about 400 to 500,000 words a year. That's the goal. I keep track on a spreadsheet each day, so I don't get behind. I take days off, but mostly I just like to write. My wife is in Boston. Last couple of days, she'll be there till tomorrow night. So just me and the cats hanging around. So I decided, you know what? I wrote today. I write live on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I do this on Twitch. But I'm also trying to build up the YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Maybe a couple nights a week when my wife isn't here, I can jump on. Tomorrow, probably about 1 o'clock or so, I will jump on again in the afternoon and jump on here, YouTube Live, and get some writing in. Then I'm being interviewed on a podcast. And then I gotta go pick up my wife from the airport tomorrow night. So busy. But all the Twitch writing sessions also get dropped later on, to YouTube as well. So they're all on there as well. Amazing, dude. I got to get to bed here as I'm based in the UK. I've subscribed and will comment from my proper writing account tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you very much. And I will definitely be following you back. I appreciate it. And good luck with everything. Yeah, it's probably a little late over there. Hopefully I will see you again. Night writing. This is me writing at night. I guess they do call that night writing. You know what I am? Night writer. Or maybe that's the incorrect term. I saw the Sean C. and I figured, you know what? This is Mr. Cole. King Cole. yeah, I was like, yes, sir. I was like, you know what I wrote today, and I gotta write, I gotta finish a couple things, which I'm doing. Figure I'm not gonna be on here long, but I'm trying to move over to the YouTube side of this. I'm still gonna be doing Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but my goal is because my wife is in Boston till tomorrow night. So my goal is, even though I wrote today on Twitch, I want to get more writing in, which is what I'm doing. And then I'm going to build up and do some YouTube live, probably like Tuesdays, you know, maybe Thursday night, maybe on a weekend. Basically, when she's over with her mom, hanging out at her mom's, then I can 2 3 days a week I can actually jump onto YouTube live and do this. I like this. It's easy to get on, set up, and whatnot. So if I can, I did one last week and it went well, and I've already finished the chapter that me and Tom were writing. We're gonna let him know. And then oh, very cool. Appreciate you. Oh, nice. Which book is that for? Again, that's Back in Black, the second book in our noir private private investigator trilogy that we're doing. So we're about almost 16,000 words into that one. 63,000 it will be. And then I wrote about 500 words on a short story for an upcoming anthology. And now I'm working on Dirty Deed 6, and I just finished chapter 6. I'm working chapter 7, so I'm about 7,500 words into this. So I've written a lot today, which is nice. So I'm probably going to do like another 5 minutes or so. How do you already know how long it will be if you're pantsing it? Because I've been doing this for 30 years, and I can figure out easily. So um, for my Dirty Deeds books, towards the end, and for all these like Down and Dirty 6, First Coast Thriller books, all of those, it's as long as I can get to a third page in Word docs writing in a chapter, and try to get about a third to a half of that page written. Give me about 1,300 words chapter. 50 chapters is about 63,000 words. So while I'm totally pantsing this, I have an idea of what I'm doing. So that's kind of where it is. So like I'll get an idea and I'll be like, that's a good short story idea, and then I write a short story. Like the short story that I'm writing right now, the anthology, they want flash fiction up to 1,500 words or 1,500 to 7,000 words for a short story. And I'm just writing. I hit exactly 500 words on it today. And I'm like, I don't know where this is going. This could have another 1,000 words. It could have another 300 words. I don't know yet. I don't want to just write to write and write and write. Pump up the word count, because then it's not a good story. But I get an idea, and I'm like, you know what? I know this is going to be a book, or this is going to be a 5,000 word short story. Now, usually I'm pretty good getting right in on it. So, quite proud of myself for all that whatnot. All that hubbub. Let's go over here. Indeed, you should be. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, kind sir. I watched that. It's called Trainwreck. Have you seen this? It's like a series, and one of them is about that crazy Toronto mayor that was smoking crack and stuff. I was like, man, you Canadians are crazy. It's very interesting. Oh, that yeah, yeah. I was like, this guy is a loose cannon. It's one of those things like why did why did the people of Toronto, elect this guy? I guess he talked a good game. Was it hindsight is 2020? So just kind of amusing. That's a good series though. Trainwreck. They also had the one where the cruise ship lost power and then all the toilets backed up. I think it's called Poop Cruise. And then Astro World, the rapper who who had a show in Houston, and like 10 people got crushed and died. All kinds of crazy stuff on that show. It's a good show. I already searched my phone to my MacBook without having a SIG. So yeah, Ford, he was because yeah, that guy entertaining though. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining since I'm not Canadian and I don't live in Toronto. But yeah, that guy was off. I don't know why he kept getting elected. Well, actually, because the people in his riding are rednecks. Like his father was an asshole. His brother was an asshole. Everybody, his wife. You just in the documentary, you see her a couple of times. I'm like, lady, what are you thinking? When I lived in Ottawa, people from my office kept saying, "What's up with your mayor?" And I'm, dude, I don't live in Toronto. They're blaming you. They're blaming you for that guy. That's funny. Get a couple lines here and there. So Rob's brother Doug, he's the premier of Ontario, like a governor being like now, like that guy is that douchebag is in office. you Canadians are nuts. Yeah, he came off like a real jerk in that documentary as well. Wow. I'm guessing at this point the people of Toronto are like, hey, as long as he doesn't smoke crack on video, we're fine with it. Third term, goodness. I mean, listen, we got some really awful, awful politicians here. I'm not saying we don't, but not all of them have TV shows. And I mean, what was it? The mayor of DC was smoking crack or something. He doesn't do crack, as far as you know, but he is shady and does crazy deals, all for the help of the people of Toronto. That was his brother's thing. Kept always doing this for the people of Toronto. Okay, You're hanging out with drug dealers and stuff. For the people of Toronto. Okay, you're like, he doesn't do crack. There's been investigation against him, and yet he still gets elected. That's the crazy part. When politicians get caught and there's still, I mean, if his brother, if it wasn't for that, what do you have, cancer? If it wasn't for cancer and all that, like, would this guy have gotten reelected? Probably. Just nutty. So when Rob was still alive and I was away for work trips to places like Spain and Portugal, I'd have locals talk to me about him when they realized I was also from Canada. That must have been fun. So that people across the world who'd seen city council streams were all talking about it. It's insane. That is insane. Like when it happened, I heard about it, but it was like I never like did any research or looked into it or anything. I was just like, oh, here's another crazy effed up politician, kind of thing. But once I watched it, I was like, wow, this is great drama, great theater. Because I got no horses in that race, so it didn't bother me at all. It was fun. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch that 55 minutes of that shit show. I was only a few hours away, so I didn't live in Toronto. It felt like we were all lived through it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it was just constant news coverage on it. You know, like that dude was threatening people, and it was great. A couple lines here and there, a couple lines here and there, and you get a story. There was one time he was arguing with this older woman, so he literally got up from his seat, waddled over to where she was standing, and pushed her down. Yeah, that's in the documentary. Yeah, during the council meeting, live on camera. Dude is drugged out of his mind. Yeah, it's all that. When he basically said something about the woman on live TV about somebody who had been fired or something. He's like, oh yeah, she just wanted me to go down on her, but he didn't say that. He used the P word live on television. I'm like, this guy is nuts. Then they showed all the videos, the couple of videos of him smoking crack. Just crazy. No, Toronto. That was the interview, basically. Yeah, that lady wanted to basically it was oh, so and so, she wants me to eat her pussy, and they're like, have you ever cheated your wife? No, I have enough. I have enough to eat at home. Yeah, right. Well, they interview in that thing. You got to watch it. It's called Trainwreck and whatever. They interview the chunky blonde reporter. They interview her for it too, which is just crazy. You better watch it, and then we can talk about it. You know who? Frank Edler, Mr. Frank, watched it, and he told me, he's like, you got to watch this thing. So when you watch it, actually, I think that reporter works for CNN now. When you do watch it, then we can talk about it either here live or on Twitch. Reporting for Ford kind of, I'm sure it did. I am sure it did. I'm sure you will know everybody on that documentary, all the reporters they talked to, and everybody else. I feel really bad for the people that worked his campaigns and worked for him, and then he basically swore he had never done any of these bad things, and then just out of nowhere he's like, yeah, I smoke crack, big deal. And they were basically all just like floored, and they were like, what are we doing? Why are we even here? Just crazy. Absolutely insane. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Got a lot of words in, and now I think I'm going to go and relax and probably watch. I watched 3 really, really awful shark movies yesterday, and I'm thinking I'm going to go try to find another couple of really bad shark movies. I mean, most of them are really bad. But Sean, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it. Go watch that documentary, and then we can discuss further. And I'll remind everybody watching this to please do me a common courtesy. Do me a favor. Just subscribe to my YouTube. I will subscribe back. We can all be friends. We can all get along. All right, man. Yeah, it was nice talking to you again, too. I will see you again.